Our country has long been in a very complicated system. Most of you who are young like me, we were born into this system. But that's not what can allow Burkina to thrive. Because in this situation, there are only two cases. Either we accept to fight, or we remain slaves forever. I told you once, there are those who are slaves in their minds. They can only serve their master. And those people try every time to manipulate you. You must advise each other. Because every situation can be exploited by these enemies of the nation to try to discourage you, to demotivate you. So you must advise each other and not pay attention to certain remarks, even on some media. Not everyone is obliged to be patriotic. You are the first patriots. You have decided to defend the homeland. There is nothing better than that. Those who want to support you, let them support you. Those who want to discourage you through writings, you must close your ears and move forward. As for those, we will fight them here. So, we must remember something. Recently, there is a so-called NGO. It's not even an NGO. Because NGO stands for non-governmental organization. They are not non-governmental because they are funded by a federal budget, by a state. This so-called NGO produces reports claiming that the FDS and the VDP commit abuses. It went in here, it came out there. It's to tarnish your morale. It's to scare you, to prevent you from being able to fight. No. Moreover, we are going to file a complaint against this NGO because people need to understand something. What is happening to us here? It's true that they have manipulated part of our populations in the Sahel here, but they didn't have that kind of weaponry. What brought such significant weaponry into their ranks? It's Libya. Who destroyed Libya? It's this NGO, the same NGO that made false reports and gave them to those who wanted to create a rebellion so that people would intervene and overthrow Gaddafi. And the powder keg ended up being poured into the Sahel. These millions of lives that have been taken in the Sahel, we must file a complaint against this NGO because it is responsible for these false reports it made to support this thesis of attacking Libya. They have no moral lessons to give us. Look at the world. Let them go defend human rights all over the world first before coming here. We are fortunate to have similar situations in this world. You voluntarily committed yourselves. There are countries where people are forcibly taken, killed. You leave or you die. Others, even while trying to flee, end up dying. They don't talk about human rights because these people see us as subhumans. They see us as slaves. That's how it is in their minds. They have never changed their mindset, but it's up to us to show them that we are not slaves and we will never accept this state of affairs. So don't be fooled by the stories. They tell to anyone who will listen. You must stay focused on your fight. Stay focused. We know what we are doing. And even now, the VTP commander told me that there is a human rights training session underway for group leaders and their deputies. If we make efforts, we know it's for ourselves. We no longer do things to please someone else. We do it for our homeland. And you are committed to that. Defend your homeland. Do not listen to those individuals. They should not affect your morale. In the history of the world, there have been wars. And during the Second World War, people organized themselves to defend all over the place. But there is a country that could not defend itself. which had to come and take our ancestors to go defend them. And today that same country wants to give us lessons. The pot calling the kettle black. No. You are the descendants of those same ancestors who went to defend others, who liberated the world from Nazism. Today you are fighting for your lands. These same individuals dare to create terms to tarnish you. We oppose this. We will never agree. Continue to defend your lands. It is your wealth that interests these people. It's our gold, it's our minerals that interest them. Otherwise, why come and drive out entire villages to seize our lands? So we will fight and we will reclaim our lands, our wealth. It belongs to us. It's for us. It will benefit us and our children. I therefore encourage you to remember that this war is to free us from slavery. It's for our independence. And you must keep your spirits high, stay strong. Never give into manipulators, to those individuals who no longer understand the notion of homeland, or to those people who come from outside to try to subdue us through their terms they invented and their organizations they created to enslave us. Fight, move forward, do everything you can. Draw, as I said, from your cultural resources, from what you have been shaped by since the village. Draw from it and wage this war. Stay focused.
All right, wonderful people, welcome back to this wonderful channel where we'll bring you back-to-back updates and information as City Hot. In case it's your first time of joining us on this wonderful channel, kindly go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share, and also remember to on your notification button so that whenever our news is dropping, you will be the first to collect it. Let's go down to the news proper as City Hot. You don't share for the Obodo for Imo State. The governor of Imo State, Hope Uzodinma Uzondenjo, has declared 72 hours clampdown on all bus Imo commercial buses. So if you dey drive bus Imo for that empire of Imo State, make you just dey careful. No say your governor don declare 72 hours clampdown on bus Imo. But according to him, he said that those ones clamped down have been declared on are the ones that have tinted glass. So if you are driving a commercial bus and your bus have tinted glass, now if you say you don't enter into the hand of the government, as people the bamboozle question, they ask some governor why. He said it's because he said he explained that the 72-hour clampdown on tinted commercial buses was due to their use in criminal activities such as kidnapping and armed robbery. In a statement released through his chief press secretary, Oguwike Nwachukwu, the governor said the decision followed intelligence report on the operation of criminal syndicates using these vehicles. The directive issued on Wednesday night give all commercial bus drivers in the state 72 hours to remove tinted windows or face legal consequences. According to the statement, Governor Hope Uzodinma has approved the clampdown on all tinted vehicles used for commercial activities in the state following reports of their involvement in criminal acts. Most notably, commercial buses with tinted glasses have been linked to crimes such as kidnapping, armed robbery, and hit-and-run incidents. To curb the rising crime, Uzodinma directed security agencies to work with designated government officials to enforce the directive. Defaulters will be prosecuted if they fail to comply within the 3-day grace period. Alright, 72 hours is 3 days. So if you dey for Owerri, they drive commercial bus. If you dey for Imo State, they drive commercial bus. And na tinted glass now you dey use. Now if you say your name, now if you say you don't enter fire be that too, and they go fry you like crayfish be that. Alright. I say make I commend the governor on that one. because if person do the one way good, we go commend them all. If you do the one way bad, we go still talk about you. Recently, there has been a lot of things in Imo State, a lot of things happening in Imo State, a lot of issue of Ndin kidnap and the rest of them. We have issue of a young boy who testified how he entered even not only commercial buses now, even some private cars are even doing it. There is a boy that testified how someone wanted to give him work. Or you know, these man people. Of course, if you are from this side, you know what is Obomano. Obomano are those labor workers that usually stand along the road. They have mason among them. They have carpenter. They have iron bender. They have all manner of work for when it comes to building. So people usually come and pick them up to go and work for them. And most times you see them rushing when they see a car stopping. So according to one of the boys, he said that one man like that contacted him to come and work for him. And unknowingly for him, they were kidnappers. And when he entered their vehicle, they placed a red hanky on his nose. It happened that he slept off until he saw himself in an unknown place. But fortunately for him, one of the kidnappers had mercy on him and found way to release him. And that was how he was able to escape and started telling the story to others. All right, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu warns against manipulating opinion ahead of his April trial. Let's go down to that information. The leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, has warned the federal government of Nigeria against manipulating public opinion ahead of his alleged terrorism trial on April 29, 2025. Kanu, currently in the custody of the Department of State Security Service, is being tried over alleged terrorism. He was renditioned from Kenya to Nigeria in 2021 in a manner alleged to have violated international laws and conventions. Kanu had traveled to Kenya as a British citizen. Kanu's warning was announced via the X of his special counsel, Barrister Aloy Ejimako, which was made available to the Whistler on Thursday. Entitled Update on Nnamdi Kanu's case, Kanu said the alleged detention was the latest effort to deflect attention from global campaigns for his release. Quoting Ejimako, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu met with his legal team to address the Nigerian government's alleged attempt to manipulate public opinion ahead of his trial on April 29, 2025. Onyendu MNK highlighted concerns over deliberate efforts to falsely link the indigenous people of Biafra to fabricate raids in Imo and Anambra, describing this as a state-sponsored tactics to deflect attention from global campaigns for his release. In response, Kanu has instructed his lawyer to formally engage the United States and the European Union to conduct an imperial investigation into the wave of state-sponsored insecurity in southeast Nigeria. We remain committed to truth and justice. Alright, this one is coming from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer as his court appearance approaches that is supposed to take place on the month of April 29th, which is this month. And Kanu has warned that the government should not manipulate the public opinion, thereby linking him to some of the linking IPOB to some of the insecurities that have been ravaging the state. Of course, you know that recently there has been a lot of issue of insecurity as regards the state. There has been a lot of buying, there has been a lot of burning of houses, committing arson, and the rest of them. And the government is not making any move to stop this thing anytime soon. The other time, the director of ESS said that everybody should protect themselves. And I was wondering, how can people protect themselves? What arm or ammunition do they have to be able to protect themselves? And I'm still worried about that. All right, in other information, remember that as it is now, PDP candidates, PDP party members have been defecting to APC. And I was wondering, is this because of upcoming election of 2027? You can see that Nigeria has no balance again. Before, we have PDP and APC. They were the top party, and we have other parties like NMPP. We have the Labour Party, which came up recently. We have other parties like the Action Congress and the rest of them. But as it is, PDP, who happens to be one of the bourgeois when it comes to the Nigeria political sphere, all of them are now defecting to APC. You can see that this country is not the country you can bank on, because everybody is fighting for their pocket. If all the PDP members would have the mind to leave their party, a party they pledged allegiance to, a party they pledge allegiance to uphold its manifesto, and as it is now, all of them have defected. They are now moving to APC. Even the president recently, gave order that the defection should pause. There should be pause on the defection because it's looking as if that APC has now taken over Nigeria. All the states, all the 36 states, each and every one of them are defecting to APC. Even those who entered into office with PDP ticket or entered into office with another party's ticket, all of them are now defecting to become the members of APC. But we know that man no be God, man no be God, man no be God. We have seen Chukwu Kabiama, we have seen God Almighty reason most times for the cases that concerns Nigeria, and as it is, since these people have decided to treat this nation and its citizens this way, thereby having no one to defend them, because if everybody defects to APC, it means that the nation have nobody to defend them now. It is now a one-party nation. It is more like we are in a communist government. It is more or so that we are in a communist government. The government is no more democratic. The government is now communism. All right, this is where I'll be winding down the curtain. And if this is your first time of joining us, kindly carry your hand and click on the subscription button, like, share, and comment. Thank you for listening. God bless you.